Welcome to the world of espresso, where every shot is a culinary masterpiece. Rich, bold, and full of flavor, espresso is the ultimate coffee experience. Join us as we explore the art, science, and passion behind this beloved beverage. Well, what is espresso? Before the end of this video, we would be learning about this cup of coffee that seems to be in people's good books, especially after its origination from Italy. Who invented this classic coffee? Let's do this, guys, shall we? Espresso is a concentrated form of coffee served in small, strong shots and is the base for many coffee drinks. It's made from the same beans as coffee, but is stronger, thicker, and higher in caffeine. However, because espresso is typically served in smaller servings than coffee, it has less caffeine per serving. Please, before we continue, subscribe to the Conquest Conquered YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this. Comment what you'd like to see next and leave a like on this. Thank you, guys. Espresso is known to contain a high caffeine content, but this depends on how much is drunk. It typically contains 29 to 100 milligrams of caffeine in a shot. A double shot contains 58 to 185 milligrams of caffeine. It is made by forcing pressurized hot water through very finely ground coffee beans using an espresso machine. The result is a liquid stronger than coffee topped with a crema, a brown foam that forms when air bubbles combine with the soluble oils of fine ground coffee and sits on top of a properly pulled shot of espresso. The crema adds to the rich flavor and lingering aftertaste of espresso. Espresso is made using the exact same plant as coffee and is grown, processed, and roasted the same way. Any origin and roast coffee can be used to make espresso. The difference between coffee and espresso is in the grind and the treatment of the beans. The beans are ground to a finer consistency than coffee and firmly packed before hot water is forced through using an espresso machine. This results in a shot of espresso, which can be enjoyed as is or used to make a long list of drinks including a cappuccino or americano. Espresso has all of the same flavors of coffee, but amplified, bitter, lightly sweet, acidic, and toasty. The exact flavor profile will vary depending on the coffee roast. It has a thicker, creamier texture than coffee. Espresso is especially loved in its home country of Italy, where it is frequently enjoyed plain, fresh out of the machine. Espresso shots are served in specially made espresso cups, called Dimitas cups. The 1-ounce shots are a quick and intense pick-me-up. Espresso can also be served as a 2-ounce double shot. Some coffee houses only serve double shots, or doppio, to help keep quality consistent. Espresso can also be made lungo or long, using the same amount of coffee but twice the amount of water. Espresso is drunk throughout the day, but is especially popular in the morning and after a meal. How to drink espresso? You see, everybody has their way of doing things, but how do we actually drink espresso? What's the right way to making it? Let's get into this, guys. Come on board. Though a serving of espresso is called a shot, it is not meant to be drunk in a single gulp. Instead, espresso is meant to be sipped slowly, so you can take in its full, rich flavor. Most enjoy a shot or double shot of espresso as is, but sugar or another sweetener can be added. It is sometimes served with a sweet biscuit like biscotti. Since espresso can be made with any coffee, the acidity in espresso will vary depending on the roast. Lighter roasts are more acidic since darker roasts tend to hide the bean's natural acidity. Many coffee shop espressos are a darker roast, making espresso slightly less acidic than some brewed coffee. Buying and storing. Look for fresh roasted, whole, high-quality coffee beans for the best results. We recommend purchasing beans from your favorite local coffee shop or specialty grocer. Because espresso pulls the flavor out of the beans, Find a quality bean and roast you like, and stay away from cheap supermarket brands. The same goes for ordering an espresso at a coffee shop. Choose an establishment that has well-trained baristas and fresh, top-notch coffee beans. Store whole beans or ground coffee in a thick, opaque, airtight container in a cool, dark place. Avoid placing your coffee in the fridge freezer, unless you plan to store the entire bag. Removing the coffee beans from the freezer to use them time and time again introduces moisture to the beans and sucks out their flavor. Keep them in the original packaging if your beans come in a thick, resealable foil bag with a valve. Once opened, use coffee beans within a week or two, if possible. For best results, grind the beans just before using them. Luigi Bezzera. As with many famous coffee recipes, the espresso was invented in Italy around 100 years ago and is credited to a man by the name of Luigi Bezzera from Milan. Cafe Americano. A shot of espresso combined with enough hot water to fill a 6-ounce cup. Cafe Breve. Espresso with steamed half and half. Cafe Latte. A double espresso topped with steamed milk and foam to fill. Cafe au lait and Cafe con leche. Espresso with milk, no foam, may include sugar. Cafe Mocha. Mocha for short. It's a double espresso with steamed milk, chocolate, and foam. Cafe Noisette. Espresso with a bit of cream. Cappuccino. Single espresso with equal parts steamed milk and frothed milk. Sometimes abbreviated CAP. Dirty Chai. A shot of espresso mixed into chai with steamed milk. Espresso con panna. Espresso topped with whipped cream. Espresso macchiato. A single or double espresso topped with a dollop of heated, texturized milk. Flat white. A shot of espresso and a double shot of steamed milk, no foam. Flavored latte. A double espresso with steamed milk, foam, and flavoring syrup or powder added. Latte macchiato or long macchiato. A half shot or less of espresso and the rest of the cup filled with steamed milk. Red eye. A shot of espresso on top of a cup of brewed coffee. Ristretto. A short shot of espresso, just the first 3/4 ounce of an extraction. Shot. 1 ounce of espresso. So, this concludes the end of our video about espresso. If you have any questions or comments, please drop it in the comment box. If you want to know more about espresso and other types of coffees and beverages, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. See you in our other uploads. Bye!